Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Lukas Engström, and if my calculations are correct, then this is the 13th video in my video series about Taiwanese news, and I think it's about time that we finally decide on a name of this video series. Sadly, I think that Taiwan news has been trademarked already, and Lukas news doesn't really tell the full story. So if you have any suggestions on what we should name this series, either English or Chinese names, please do leave a comment down in the comment section below. In the meantime, I'm gonna get started with this week's news right away, and I'm gonna start with maybe my absolute favorite news of all times, and that is the news about Lukas Engström. Talking about the world-famous bubble tea, Bengt Karlsson, who had never tasted it before, said frankly that his first experience of this precious drink was not very good.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, that was quite a surprise. No one told me what it was, and I said, "Oh, this is something Taiwanese." And then I started to drink it and swallowed everything. And what is this?
You didn't chew.
No one told me. No one told me.
I didn't chew. No one told me, he said, which made Lukas laugh on the side. Okay, even now, after watching this again, it still makes me laugh that Bengt Karlsson, when he had his first bubble milk tea here in Taiwan, he didn't chew simply because no one told him that he was supposed to chew. No offense to Apple Daily, but I do highly recommend that instead of reading this article, you can simply click on the link I have down in the description and you will go straight to the interview I made with the Swedish representative Bengt Karlsson, and check out that video as well if you haven't already. But Apple Daily is actually not the only place our traveling reporter has showed up in this week, because he has been busy as always, and he also showed up in Prozzie's video talking about why Taipei makes all the other cities in Taiwan look bad. If you don't know who Prozzie is, then he's also a YouTuber here in Taiwan, originally from Canada, but recently he was up here in Taipei and made a lovely and very much hilarious interview with me right here just a couple of weeks ago. And again, if you haven't watched that video, highly recommend that, so you will have a link down in the description again, and afterwards you should also go and check out Prozzie's video and subscribe to him if you haven't already. So in his latest videos, one of the reasons he claims to why Taipei makes all the other cities here in Taiwan look bad is that Taipei is extremely green, whereas the other cities around Taiwan are mostly gray. But to you, Prozzie, and to anyone else living down in Taichung, fear no more, your prayers have been answered, because Taichung has now opened up its new Central Park with over 10,000 trees, and to put this in somewhat of a perspective, this is more than 2.5 times the size of Da'an Park, which we have here in the middle of Taipei. And this is just ridiculously large, and having over 10,000 trees, well, that's just simply out of this world. And speaking about Taiwanese plants that are out of this world, Taiwan will send 4 different types of seeds to the International Space Station as part of a Japanese-backed project focusing on plants in space, I guess. Now, if you're subscribing to my channel and you already watched the previous news-related videos on this channel, you might think to yourself, aha, that's why Ilan recently has started to export that much rice to Japan. It was all part of a top-secret international space program. Sadly, I have to disappoint. It seems that this project has nothing to do with rice. Instead, the 4 plants they're gonna send up to the International Space Station is Phalaenopsis equestris, Chenopodium formosum coides, Capsicum annulum L, and Helanthus anus. But this is not only 4 plants that are gonna be sent out from Taiwan via Japan to the International Space Station. This is also 4 reasons for why the lovely team who's helping me with these subtitles week after week are gonna hate me a little bit extra. So I just want to take this time as well and thank every single one of you who are watching my videos, especially those of you who are watching my ads a little bit extra, because the longer you're watching my ads, the more money I'm getting, which makes it possible for me to take this money, put it back into this channel, and hire a team that helps me with these subtitles so I can focus on making more videos for you guys as well. You may have noticed that recently I've been making 2 videos per week, which absolutely would not have been possible if you don't watch my videos, but also watch those ads, so I get some income, so I can pay this team that helped me with the subtitles, so I can focus on making twice as many videos for you guys week after week. But although these plans had nothing to do with rice, someone who is rising is President Tsai, who recently became the world's 37th most powerful woman due to her exceptional leadership of Taiwan throughout this pandemic and setting a gold standard for the rest of the world to follow. Forbes did, however, also mention that she has also been breaking protocol by making overtures to the US and creating some tensions with China. Although this might be true, since the tensions are made in China, they probably will not last long. Her actions, however, seem to have already been getting some results on the other side of the world, since the US House recently passed a defense bill supportive of Taiwan. This bill, officially called the 2021 National Defense Authorization Act, mentions Taiwan 76 times, including fairness for Taiwan nationals regarding employment and international financial institutions, and to facilitate greater cooperation and the broadening and deepening of United States-Taiwan relations. And in case someone is interested and want to know more about this, then this is available online, and it's a 4,517 pages long PDF document, which I of course will link down in the description, just in case any one of you are traveling and will spend the next 2 weeks in a Taiwanese quarantine. But of course, that does not apply to you if you are traveling from Taiwan to Singapore, as Singapore on December 18th is creating a Taiwanese travel bubble. So if you travel from Taiwan, and as long as you conduct a negative COVID-19 test upon arrival in Singapore, you do not need to spend the next 2 weeks home quarantine. With that said, please note that when you travel back again to Taiwan, there will still be a 2 weeks quarantine, as the Taiwanese government is a little bit more careful and they take their quarantine rules very seriously. If you don't believe me, you can ask this Filipino worker who recently was supposed to be in Taiwanese quarantine but decided to take an 8-second long walk of freedom in this quarantine hotel, and this is the reason for why the entire world is talking about Taiwan this week, because this news, it hit news platforms like CNN, Insider, Clarion and Business Insider, and the headlines here is that this man was fined 100,000 Taiwanese dollars, that's 3,500 USD, for an 8-second stroll in the corridor. Now, I think we can all agree that 100,000 Taiwanese dollars is a huge amount of money, and it's an extreme hard punishment for only 8 seconds. But I think that most men will agree with me here that even if you only last 8 seconds, it still counts. But if you are brave and rich enough to move to Taiwan during this pandemic, then I highly recommend that you checking out this blog, which is called Road to Ramen, written by DK the Human. At least that's his Twitter name. So in this blog, DK goes into extreme detail on everything you need to know about moving to Taiwan, and also extreme detail on how to get the Taiwan Gold Card, which basically is a 3-in-1 all-inclusive gold VIP access card to Taiwan. If you want to know more about this, again, you have the link down in the description. I highly recommend to read this in detail. DK lists out every single thing, including the time he had to spend waiting for the different application stages, so you will know exactly what to expect. And if you have any questions at all, you can also reach out to DK on Twitter. In this blog, he also mentions one of the main reasons for why he wanted to move to Taiwan during this pandemic was that he actually missed the actual human interaction. So he wanted to come here to Taiwan, meet new people, and actually meet them face to face. So if you do want to welcome him to Taiwan, if you want to greet him, maybe even meet up and become friends, please do reach out to him on Twitter. If you don't have Twitter, if you have no idea what that is, please in that case leave a comment down in the description. Start the comment with DK so he can easily spot this, and I will make sure to send this video to him and make sure that he reads your comments as well. Wow, this DK guy, just imagine moving from your home country to Taiwan just a couple of days before Christmas. Based on my own experience, I can definitely tell you that it's not easy spending Christmas abroad, away from family and friends, and this is something that I will actually talk in very much detail in a very soon upcoming video on this channel. And if we are lucky, we might even find another Swede here in Taiwan who can help me and to give his view on how it feels like trying to celebrate a Swedish Christmas here in Taiwan. So if that is something that you want to see, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell so you get notified literally the second that video comes out. And then we will sit here and try to explain all the most important things with the Swedish Christmas, and also try to bring you back to our home country, to this Christmas atmosphere where it's a cold, dark winter filled with lovely white snow. But as always, some people have during the year, of course, made their way up to Santa's naughty list and will not be able to enjoy a white Christmas filled with snow, or any of my next coming couple of videos for the next couple of years. I am of course talking about the Myanmarians. Hey Google, what do you call someone from Myanmar?
According to Wikipedia, citizens of Burma, regardless their ethnicity, are known as Burmese.
I am of course talking about the Burmese who tried to smuggle 126 kilos of heroin into Taiwan earlier this year. So as Christmas soon is coming up, please try to stay on Santa's nice list for the rest of this year by 1. Don't try to smuggle 126 kilos of heroin into Taiwan, and 2. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel to show your support. I'm from Sweden, which is basically the North Pole anyway, so I like to think that I have a very close connection to Mr. Claus, and who knows, maybe he's even subscribing to my channel and checking all your comments as well. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lukas, starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.